My sister was adventuresome, creative, daring. She passed away from uterine leiomyosarcoma cancer May 29th, 2016. I'm Dr. Negleatha Johnson, co-founder of Life Waters Ministries International. My sister Diane Jones was an amazing woman. We were good friends, partners in crime. She was daring. I was always getting in trouble as a result of her adventurous nature. When Diane was diagnosed in January of 2015, it was devastating, not only for her, but for us as well. I also have two other sisters, so I'm the youngest of four girls. Diane and I did a lot of wonderful things together, and even in that diagnosis, we journeyed together from the time she was diagnosed until the day of her death. During that time of her illness, she was still adventurous, she was still daring, she was still trying new things and still being creative and still wanting to look marvelous when she went out for her radiation treatment. So she was still who she was, even in that difficult battle with uterine leiomyosarcoma cancer. Life Waters Ministries is a 26-year-old Christian outreach cultivating hope, healing, and restoration. It started out mainly as music, and it has developed into some other really amazing components and things that we do. As any family member would, especially when something devastating happens to someone that you love, you think about what you can do to help to bring awareness and concern in that particular area. And so we started a fundraiser, benefit dinner and concert to raise awareness and funds that would go towards sarcoma cancer. At that first event in 2015, which it was August at that time, Diane was actually there. So she had been diagnosed at that point, I guess, for about 9 months. So she was 9 months into her awareness of this disease. She was happy to be there. I was happy to have her there. The following year, August 2016, she had already passed. We continued to move forward with this event, with this fundraiser. It was extraordinarily difficult that year, trying to do it that first year. It was just a couple of months actually after she passed. She passed in May of 2016. The event was August of 2016, and it was difficult. And I wondered if I was going to be able to move forward with it. But I knew that she would say, Negleatha, you got to do this. Let's keep it moving. So we did. It was very difficult, and we've continued. So roll forward now to 2022. It is bigger and better than it was in 2015. We have this year for our musical guest, 2 singers and a sax. And that includes the amazing saxophonist Marshall Keys, who is from the Washington, D.C. area, a graduate of Howard University. We also have Janine Gilbert Carter, who is a wonderful vocalist who sings very capably, very compassionately across various genres, and I will be joining them. So I am excited about the music that we'll be sharing with our guests this year. It will, again, this year, like last year, be at the Fairview Park Marriott in Falls Church, Virginia, December 18th. We start at 4. At 4 o'clock, our appetizer reception will start with some wonderful appetizers. We will have again with us Veronica Jackson, who is director of the orchestra at Alexandria City High School. She'll be bringing her wonderful strings with her, and they'll be serenading us during the appetizer reception. Then we'll go into the ballroom and be knocked off our feet. We'll share some things that we've done this year with Life Waters Ministries. We'll celebrate our partners. We'll have this wonderful food, this amazing music, and then we will talk a little bit about what we're going to do next year. So we are excited about this event that's coming up very shortly. This event absolutely is our primary fundraising event for the target areas of Life Waters Ministries. Our primary target area is sarcoma cancer. We have actually a signature program that we've developed called Sarcoma Reach That REACH stands for Research, Education, Access, Cure, and Hope. One component of that program is our cohort. The cohort basically represents a group of women who have in common uterine leiomyosarcoma cancer. What I found is after my sister was diagnosed, that and for this disease to be as rare and as aggressive as it is, that I was finding out too many women who had the same thing. And in many cases, if not all cases, it started with what they thought was just a benign fibroid tumor. So this cohort consists of women who have these things in common in terms of uterine leiomyo and how it started and some of the things that they're going through. Our goal is to provide them with emotional and spiritual support to help them to be able to get additional information from sarcoma specialists, things that they could do, information that they'll need to be able to manage this disease better. One of the things that was very clear for me when my sister was going through her situation with uterine leiomyo was that I felt that we didn't have the information, all of the information that was needed. And we know that knowledge is power. So one of our goals with this cohort is to help to provide them with the information so that they'll have the power to make the best choices for them. We are excited about having them here. They'll be here, they'll be all gowned up and looking wonderful, and we're going to do our very best to host them, to introduce them to some sarcoma specialists and other people related in this area so that they can get just a little bit more knowledge to have a little bit more power to deal with this disease effectively. There are several ways that people can give, either through purchasing tickets and coming and being with us. We also have opportunities for individual sponsorships. We have opportunities for business sponsorships. You can go to www.lwministriesonline.org to get all of the information. You can call our nonprofit office telephone number, which is 703-425-4321. We are hoping again that people will come and make our annual gala a part of their Christmas tradition. One of the many wonderful things that I remember about Diane is Christmas time. We had wonderful Christmas holidays together. We would wake up at about 3 o'clock in the morning and look under the tree to see if anything had been left there for us. Wow. Yeah. How I wish Diane were here, honestly, to help push us along in this event. Doing it is hard because of how it started. It started with this painful diagnosis and now with Diane's death. But if she were here, she would say, Negleatha, put on your high heels, put on your gown, throw your head back and give your very best. I think that she would be very proud of the efforts that we're making on her behalf. And actually, this is her jacket that I am wearing today in her honor. She would say, you know, do all you can so that no one else will have to suffer as she did and go through the things that she had to go through. So she would say, keep it moving. She would say, I know it's hard. I know every time you say sarcoma, you think about me, and I do every single day. But she would say, keep it moving. You're doing good.